Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the JL Industries part number Rhd-Kit Latch Full. This is an entire exterior and interior handle, latch, and locking provision for their RHDG Steel Diamond Series roof hatch. They make that roof hatch, and it may be used on other series as well, but I'm aware of it being used on their Diamond series. That Diamond series is available in 7 different sizes, but this latch and all of its accompanying material appears to be universal across all 7 of them. They're just different sizes. Because the different sizes are there, the quantity of lifting mechanisms will change, but nonetheless the latch handle seems to be the same. So let's take a tour through the material, and I'm going to draw to your attention the several documents down below, a technical drawing, a cut sheet, a product brochure. Those items you can review, images from the factory showing what this looks like on a handful of their individual roof hatches, so be mindful of that. You can review that. I'm going to use the technical drawing to go through the different pieces that we have included with this. When you look at that, you're going to see on page 1 the circled number 4, which occurs in 3 places there. That's calling out, and actually there's one piece that's included that is not called out there, which I'll touch on. That's going to include the exterior. It's going to include part 1, the roof hatch L handle, which is the outside part. Part 2, which is going to be the interior latch assembly with its bracket, its mounting bracket. Part 3, which is the handle. Then the additional part is going to be seen on the 3rd page of the technical drawing, and it is the padlock hasp that bolts to the side wall. When the lid closes, you can padlock it from the inside. So let's take a tour of what this material is. We'll start with part number 1, Rhd-Kit L Handle. So when this comes from the factory, it's literally looking just exactly like this. A far improvement over the handles that they used to have, or they still have, but their Diamond series has taken, I think, a fresh approach to the caliber of not only the outside handle, but also an improvement of the packaging. The packaging is generally it would ship out a handle set in a really huge box, and literally the material's just tossed in there, and the stuff just slides around. I took everything out of the packaging to find, some internal packaging, not to damage this very nice handle, and I'm relieved that all of the screws were included, with the only trouble that their handle, these holes are actually not correct. There are no, this is the old handle, or it's not been prepped. That thread-forming machine screw, but just barely fits into this hole, and it's nor is this a flathead screw. So the only flaw, and I say this because I've reviewed a lot of JL products, and I've discovered lots of shipping errors, packing errors, things of that nature, things just missing. But everything here is correct, which is appreciated. That handle needs to be repaired, though. Holes a little bit bigger, don't countersink them, or change the fasteners. Now, starting from the outside, here's what the handle looks like. You're obviously going to be able to provision this to be locked from the outside. You can certainly get a padlock inside of there. Okay. There is, looking for an image of what this is going to look like. Yeah, you're going to be able to, it's going to be in this position, obviously, when it's in the closed position. You're going to certainly be able to padlock that. Rotating that handle is going to move this spindle so that you can retract the interior latch. Let's take some basic dimensional properties. Caliper seems to need a little correction here. Forgive me. Should only take another hour. Okay. Size of the key stock. It's 5/16, but it measures 0.314 by 0.314, 0.315. The length of the key stock as well. It's a common question that we get from people. This is a new series, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of the sales of this material initially. You usually sell parts when they break down. Length of the spindle. Looks like it's about 3 7/16. Overall length of the handle, just to put it into some sort of scope, overall is about 7 inch. Okay. Now, okay, so and then maybe a projection from what would be the surface of the unit. Looks like it's about just shy on 2 inch. Okay, nice handle. I'm going to say that this must be some sort of a maybe zinc. Well, it's quite ferrous, so it's not zinc. Has to be steel with a heavy zinc corrosion-resistant coating on it, would be my guess. Yeah, everything here appears to be steel. Rubber gasket. This is a sponge neoprene gasket that's here. An open cell neoprene. Nice quality. Again, certainly an improvement over the original handle, or the older style. The A382 is what they had. Now, moving into the lid, we are now going to be looking at, forgive me, with the exterior are going to be these 3 nylon lock nuts. There will be, well, you know what? I don't know that they're nylon. They might be nylon. So you've got these 3 captive bolts that are here. Yeah, they're riveted in. 3 nuts that are going to go right on here to lock all that down. That will get you secured through the door. Okay, now that finishes off the outside. Moving to the inside, of course, you're going to get the latch handle. This might have been an 0501, I think is this part number. Let's take a look at the old, JL Industry makes roof hatches for years and years. I'm familiar with a lot of their parts, and I'm just trying to see how this is different from the 0501. I doubt that it is at all. And I'm searching it. Yeah, I'm going to say that there is no difference at all. This handle is literally their part number 0501. They don't list part 2. That would be probably, the question is part 2 everything on the interior or just the 0501? Well, everything on the interior is going to be this bracket. You need this mounting bracket, and you're going to mount it just like this. Okay, so you're going to need a total of 7 screws for all of this. And there are indeed 7 of these thread-forming, I think that's a T30 Torx. Don't quote me because they don't tell us, but I can tell you that this same screw is used on their roof hatch lids. It's thread-forming, and it is certainly a T30 on the other one. So I don't have a T30 to put in there to check, but I bet that that's what it is. You need 2 screws down here. I can't explain why they've got these unusual locations. There obviously must be some engineering to it. A 3rd up here, then 4 for the body down to the case. Let's take some basic dimensional properties. Again, steel with zinc corrosion resistant plating. Overall height of the bracket, about 3 3/4. Overall width, about 3 3/4. Yeah, by 3 3/4. Overall projection of the body itself is about 1.5 inches. To the end of the padlock staple, about 2 7/8. So what happens here now is you can lock it on the outside. That's normal. That's a typical provision to be able to padlock your unit from the exterior. You can obviously padlock it from the interior, and let's just jump to that. You're going to have the bracket that will mount to the sidewall. This is going to double as its latch, obviously, as well. So what's going to happen is the door is going to close, latch will be retracted and will secure here. Your handle, well, your bracket, it's obviously got to look like this when it's installed, right? This is your assembly coming closed. Okay. Going to close. Going to make contact here. Yeah, here. Latch is going to latch. Secured, and you'll be able to padlock it from the interior. Let's take some basic dimensional properties of the padlock staple. Overall length of this bracket, 3.5 or maybe 3 9/16. Overall height, about 1 3/8. The length we took. Overall projection, about 1 13/16. And then you'll get 2 of those same thread forming screws for this bracket. The other thing, the final thing that's included is an interior handle, and again, you probably want to ream those 2 holes out ever so slightly when you install these screws. I would imagine they're going to correct the preparation in the handle. That handle is also available as a standalone product. JL Handle. That would be a 040003. You can buy just this handle. It would include 2 small flathead screws, that I know. But all of the other parts that are here are unique to the Diamond series. This and this are shared along other series, the 0501 and then the 040003. But everything else is unique only to the Diamond series. So if you have a roof hatch and you are in need of a handle and it doesn't match what we've seen here, well, that's okay. Reach out to us with, ideally, photographs of the unit, the depth and then the width of the unit, the composition of the lid, what is it made of, steel or aluminum. You can test that, obviously, with a magnet. Also, the serial number, if there is one. So if you're trying to identify a handle, replace a handle, but you don't know who the manufacturer is, send us that information. Our contact information is listed up below under Contact Us, and we'll be able to work with you to help you find a replacement handle. This video is to serve as visual and dimensional evidence primarily of this Diamond Series Rhd-Kit-Latch-Full. Several links again down below. Installation instructions of the entire roof hatch are also there, but this is all incredibly simple and straightforward. The technical drawing really tells us everything we need to know to get this installed, in my opinion. Thread forming screws will make this easy. You'll need a small wrench for this, and then quite likely that T30 Torx that's there. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the JL products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the JL Industries? This is their part number Rhd-Kit Latch Full or any other JL Industries product. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.